Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and I'm really thrilled because today we get to be a part of something super special. The USS Nimitz, aircraft carrier in the U.S. Navy, is celebrating 50 years of service in 2025. 1975, 2025. I am celebrating my 50th year anniversary on this planet next year. For the wonderful occasion of the Nimitz, not me, Bertucci was commissioned, Bertucci is a brand of watch that we sell, was commissioned to make watches for the crew, pilots of the planes on the aircraft carrier, officers, etc. They have two versions, a khaki version and like a blue version. And they had some overage and they said, hey, Mark, would you like to sell these? And I said, would I? Absolutely. So I bought every single one and I have them here to show you. They are currently in pre-order. We will be getting the full batch sometime in the middle of November, but you can order them now and secure yours. They are not a numbered edition, but they are a special edition. They're not going to make any more. My own wrist check today. On one wrist, men wear pink. Charity watch. We did it in October and donated all the money to American Cancer Society. And on my other wrist is my Seiko Gen 2 Monster. This is a SRP 309. I broke it out for Halloween because, well, it's orange. Anyway, that's what I got here. Let's check out the Bertucci's. So let's just get right into it. There are two versions, a black dial with a khaki strap and a blue dial version. You can see, there we go, that's a perfect reflection. A blue dial version with a light blue strap. The black dial was made for the officers and the blue dial for the sailors. When Bertucci originally reached out to me, a couple weeks ago, they asked me if I wanted to take part in this, and I said, absolutely. I love stuff like this. First of all, it's a great, it's just a great mission, right? 11 aircraft carriers, U.S. aircraft carriers, roam the oceans of the world, and the Nimitz is still kicking around. 1975 to 2025 is right there on the dial. Nickname Old Salt. 50 years in the stars. I love stuff like that. I know a lot of my consumer base are veterans or people that are serving. We send a lot of stuff to APO and FPO boxes. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. But then they sent me part of the photo package. And as part of like a personal, a personal connection, two of the photos had the F-18 Super Hornet in full view, and one of them had the Hornet, I'll throw it up here, has the Hornet coming right at you. So on the nose of the F-18 is a wart. It is an antenna. It's an antenna that was designed by the company that I worked for, and for the first about 5 to 7 years of my position with that company, that was my job. I was one of the mechanical engineers assigned to the antenna. And I went around the country with that thing. I went to Florida and did a whole bunch of vibration testing, gunfire testing, because it sits just aft of the gun. So kind of crazy. It was really a connection to me. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I love to be a part of that. Anyway, so I'll just show you the back of the watch really quick. And you can see there actually is an etching of an aircraft and the aircraft carrier itself. A whole bunch of other stuff written back there. But let's get on to the watch, because that's what you are here for. You can see right off the bat, it is integrated lug bars. You cannot take these off, so if you want an alternate strap, you do have to go with a one piece. It's powered by a Swiss quartz movement, so it's running on a battery. You get a couple of years of battery life out of it before it's got to be replaced. It is what Bertucci calls super matte. It is like a blasted stainless steel. It is 40 millimeters in diameter. Whoops. It's 10.5 to the top of the case. The crystal actually sits just below the case, and that is obviously for protection against bangs and scratches and stuff. Well, scratches, it shouldn't be a real issue because it's a mineral, it's a hard mineral, but definitely keeping it below the case will help with that. It's 49.2 on this lug tip to lug tip right here. You saw that solid screw down case back, that is etched. It is an R-type hardened mineral crystal. We have a 22 millimeter strap. Bertucci makes amazing straps. The stitching on this, just the weave, everything about it, they do a phenomenal job. There it is, see Bertucci right there on that keeper. Like I said, the stitching on this, check it all out. It is amazing. The price on either of these is $225. As I said, they'll be ready for shipment sometime towards the middle of November. So I really think this will make an awesome gift for somebody in the Navy, currently serving, etc. 100 meters of water resistance, and it weighs 85 grams. Now, as I mentioned, there are two of them. There's a black dial for the officers and a blue dial for the sailors. So this beautiful blue dial. All the dial writing is the same. You see me unscrewing that crown. It is a screw down crown, which is great considering it is a watch that should be sailing the 7 seas, so a screw down crown is a must, but you aren't diving, so 200 meters is not required, although, you know, contact with high humidity, salt, fog, all that other stuff that makes the sea a horrendous environment, the watch is protected against. You do have an inner ring of military time from the hours of 13 to 24. Easy to read, white hands with good lume, which we'll get into in a second. I love the color of this. They actually call this, I forgot the name. It is, Sea Dog Gray. I mean, I'm going to call it light blue. They call it Sea Dog Gray. I can kind of understand it. Awesome. I love the play of the color of the dial with the strap, you know, juxtaposed against the matte case. Let's try one on, do some lume, and we'll be done. So here we are on my 6.5 inches down here, about 6 3/4 up here. The strap easily going to go down to 5 3/4, 5.5, although at that point maybe the case is getting a little bit too big for you. But on the upside, plenty of room to go. It looks awesome. It's comfortable. 85 grams, so it's really lightweight. Strap is nice for, you know, absorbing sweat, seawater, anything else. And it won't deteriorate on you. Great look. Let's check out the lume. So they will both glow the same, a nice green with the markers and the hands. I guess you lose registration at 12, but you can read the time, although I wish there was something different at the 12 o'clock position to mark where up is. So super cool watch celebrating a super cool birthday. I guess at 11 aircraft carriers, you know, roaming the seas. This one's 50 years old. That is crazy. Anyway, Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you the special edition Bertucci made for the 50th anniversary of the USS Nimitz. Available now on pre-order. We'll be selling them, we'll be shipping them out sometime in the middle of November. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Questions, comments, and if there's anything else you want to say, good or bad, put it down below. I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.